Okay, so let's get right into it. Why on earth are we always told to plan for a 30-year retirement? It seems like a huge number, right? Especially if, your own family history suggests something shorter. Well, today we're going to break down the actual strategy behind planning for a long, long life.
To really understand the logic here, we have to start with the biggest fear. The one that really drives this whole strategy. What do you think it is? A big market crash, runaway inflation. I mean, those are definitely scary, no doubt. But there's one risk that is so much worse than all the others. This is it. This is the big one. Just imagine for a second, you're 88, maybe 90, 92 years old, and your savings are just gone. It's a truly devastating thought. But here's the good news, and this is really the whole point of our explainer today. This is a risk you can fully insure against. You don't have to just guess and hope for the best.
So, you see, this completely shifts the conversation. We're not trying to be fortune tellers here, right? We're not trying to predict the exact day you'll pass away. We're talking about managing financial risk the same way you do with insurance for your house or your car.
Now, what's so powerful about this slide is how it lays out the two extremes. Look, if you plan for a long life but you pass away a little earlier than expected, what happens? Your plan has extra money in it, a surplus. Your kids or your favorite charity gets an inheritance. That's a pretty good problem to have, right? But the other side of that coin, if you plan for a shorter life and you live longer, your accounts run dry. That is the one outcome we have to prevent at all costs.
And this quote just nails the problem with using averages. An average, by definition, means half the people will live longer than that number. So planning for the average is basically a 50-50 coin flip on whether you'll outlive your money. You wouldn't bet your retirement on a coin flip, would you? Planning to age 90 or 95 is how you take that gamble completely off the table.
Ultimately, yeah, it comes down to weighing these trade-offs. And I get it, planning this way can feel overly conservative. Some might even worry that they're being unnecessarily frugal early on. But just look at the pros. You are completely protected from outliving your savings, you guarantee a stable income for life, and you're ready for the massive medical costs that often pop up late in life. It's a strategy designed purely to eliminate that worst-case scenario. Okay, let's talk about some real-world data here. So many of us look at our parents' lifespan and think, well, I'll probably live about that long. But in today's world, that's actually a pretty flawed assumption. Now, it's a huge emotional benchmark for us, of course it is. But as a reliable predictor for your retirement plan, not so much. And the reason is simple. The medical and lifestyle world you're living in today is dramatically different from the one they experienced.
I mean, just think about it for a second. The treatments we have for heart disease and cancer now are worlds away from what they were. Preventative care like colonoscopies is just mainstream. Our cars have airbags, our jobs are safer, and we know so much more about diet and exercise. You put all that together, and it means most retirees today have a very high probability of outliving their parents by a pretty big margin.
And here's a really critical concept a lot of people miss. Your odds literally reset over time. If you've made it to your 60s and you're in decent health, you've already dodged many of the bullets that might have impacted earlier generations. At this point, your own lifestyle and your ongoing medical care become way more important predictors than your family history ever was. So, if guessing how long you'll live is a bad idea, what's the alternative? Well, instead of you having to carry the heavy weight of all that uncertainty on your own shoulders, you can actually transfer that risk to an institution that's designed to handle it. It works exactly like your homeowner's insurance. You have no idea if your house will ever catch fire, but you sure don't want to carry that massive financial risk by yourself. So you pay a premium to an insurance company, and they take on that risk for you. You can do the exact same thing with the financial risk of living a very, very long life. And the main tool we use for this is something called a Guaranteed Lifetime Withdrawal Benefit, or GLWB for short. The easiest way to think about it is like your own private pension plan. It's a contract that guarantees you a paycheck for the rest of your life, no matter what happens in the market, no matter how long you live, even if your account balance goes all the way down to zero. Now, like any financial tool, it's not magic. There are always trade-offs. The single biggest pro, of course, is that it completely 100% eliminates the fear of running out of money. It can also protect your spouse. On the flip side, you'll probably have less liquidity than a standard investment account, and you might see lower growth potential. The key is always finding the right balance for your personal situation and your peace of mind. So, A truly secure retirement isn't just about protecting yourself from living too long. A really robust plan needs to be like an all-weather vehicle, right? It's got to be ready for any condition, a short life, a long life, and any unexpected health challenges that come up in between.
So here's how all the pieces of that fortress can fit together. First, you use the GLWB to get your guaranteed lifetime income that protects you from living too long. Second, you use life insurance as a counterbalance to protect your spouse from the financial hit if you pass away too early. And third, you use long-term care insurance to protect your entire nest egg from being wiped out by the enormous costs of late-life medical care.
So, what does this all mean when you put it together? It means you can finally stop worrying. You no longer have to lie awake at night wondering if planning for a 30-year retirement is too much or not enough. Your plan is insulated. You are simply prepared for whatever happens. And that really brings us to the final and most important question, the one you should be asking yourself right now. After everything we've talked about, take a moment and just be honest. Is your current plan truly ready for anything? Look, if you're not 100% sure about the answer to that question, that's okay. That's what we're here for. The team at The Annuity Expert can help you compare different annuities, look at life insurance, and build a personalized retirement plan that actually fits you. Our services are always completely free. You can give us a call at 770-755-1565 or just visit us online to get started. Thanks for watching.